Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel PMYG.Programmers. In this video series, we are going to learn about different programming language. And our first programming language we are going to learn is the C programming language, which is the basic programming language for all different programs. Alright, so our agenda for today and for the next coming videos is we're going to learn about what is C programming language, the C character set, constants, variables, and keywords, instructions, and finally you will be able to write your first C programming language ever. So, what is C programming language? Well, you might be wondering what it is. So to put it in a simple way, C programming language is a procedural programming language, and it was created by the scientist Dennis Ritchie. For any language, there are four important aspects. The first one is the way it stores data, the way it operates upon its data, how it accomplishes input and output, how it lets you control the sequence of execution of instructions in a program. C is a programming language developed at AT&T's Bell Laboratories of USA in 1972. It was designed and written by a man named Dennis Ritchie. Getting started with C programming language. Well, of course, we all have learned different languages in our kindergarten and in our first grade, right? So when we are learning English language, we first read alphabets and then words, and then we get to write sentences, and later we get to write our paragraphs. So communicating with a computer involves speaking the language the computer understands, which immediately rules out English as a communication language with computer. However, there is a close analogy between learning English language and learning C language. So, in order to communicate with the computer, you need to let the computer know that you also know the same language as it does. Steps in learning C language. Well, like in English language, we have alphabets. Here in C language, we have alphabets, digits, and special symbols. Well, the words will be represented as constants, variables, keywords, and the sentences will be represented as instructions. Finally, paragraphs will be represented as programs. So, we'll get to the first thing, which is the character set. A character denotes any alphabet, digit, or special symbol used to represent information. There are alphabets, digits, and special symbols, and I have displayed them on the screen. You can just write it down, or you need not necessarily write it down because it is also visible on your keypad. Alright, so we get to the second thing, which is words, which represents constants, variables, and keywords in C language. The alphabets, numbers, and special symbols, when properly combined from constants, variables, and keywords, just like in English language, alphabets combined together form words. So, same way, alphabets, numbers, and special symbols in the C programming language combined properly form constants, variables, and keywords. So, what is a constant? A constant is an entity that doesn't change. So, in a program, if you write something as a constant, it is same throughout the program. Whereas, a variable is an entity that may change. For example, if you give a value 5 to x, then you can change it to 2 to another step. In any program, we typically do a lot of calculations, right? The results of these calculations are stored in computer memory. Like human memory, the computer memory also consists of millions of cells. The calculated values are stored in these memory locations. To make the retrieval and usage of these values easy, these memory cells, also called memory locations, are given names, which are the variables. Since the values stored in each location may change, the names given to these locations are called variable names, as we discussed earlier. So, as I pictured here, there are two boxes which represent the memory locations in a computer. So first I have given the value 3 to a variable name called x. So it gives the output x equals to 3. And then I have changed my mind. So I have given the value 5 to the variable x. So when you press the button enter, it gives the output as x equals to 5. See, that's how variables change, whereas constant doesn't change. So I hope you like this lecture, and the summary of this lecture is we have learned that C is a procedural programming language created by Dennis Ritchie, and a close analogy between English language and C language, right? Because we have discussed that in English language we have alphabets, words, sentences, and paragraphs, and we have compared it to C language. And we also have learned about different characters and what is a character basically, which are the and then we have learned about variables which are varying through a program and constants which stay constant throughout the program. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring on the notification bell. For further series, please don't forget to watch them so that you can get a complete understanding of what a C programming language is. Signing off.